Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 826, we're going to talk about Lynde, Cheerful Tormentor. Now, we are in Grixis, blue, black, red, and we get a 2/4 death touch, because they wanted that 8th line of text, I guess. Whenever a curse is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the battlefield attached to you at the beginning of the next end step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may attach a curse attached to you to one of your opponents if you do draw 2 cards. So this is... Now, curses are enchant player. So when that player dies, all their enchantments fall off, obviously. So it goes to your graveyard. So that way... her curse is here. Lynde allows us to build the curse commander deck, and that's exactly what I did. Thank you very much to Mr. Jim Kendrick. He provided the actual commander here. This is the first time, she represents the first time they have actually put cards in the commander decks that were not in the commander decks. Yes, had that symbol, but they were not in any of the commander decks. They were only in set and collector boosters. So, however you feel about that, it is what it is. But there's sometimes that we need to move a curse before the player is dead. Like if it doesn't matter anymore. So, that being said, before we get into anything else, this is the stuff that lets us sacrifice our own permanents. First and foremost, we have the Splat Stick, Despotic Scepter. I used to use it to kill my own stasis, so I didn't have to have the upkeep. Then they gave us Capsize, so, you know. Abjure. Sack a blue permanent. Counterspell. Now, this only works on the blue ones, but, you know. Read the runes, draw some cards, and sack some permanents. Synod Sanctum. Claws of Gix, of course. And the biggie, Possess Portal. This is... Now, I think Jim has exclusively been the one to play this deck. It holds its own. It does. At a table of 5 or 6 players, it holds its own. But I've never seen the Possess Portal come out. It is a... man. Anyway, let's look at our ramp or color fixing since we are in 3 colors. We have a Soul Ring, an Arcane Signet, Commander Sphere, Talisman of Dominance, Dimir Signet, Izzet Signet, Rakdos Signet, and then our 3 drops of Spectral Searchlight and the Obelisk of Grixis. Is our ramp. Now, card draw. Perilous Research. I like it. Draw 2 cards and sack a permanent. There's another blue enchantment that's really good with this. Can't remember the name of it right now. Siphon Mind's always good. Read the Bones and Sign in Blood. And Pointed Discussion. Just because it's new. Shall we get into the curses? Yeah. There's 24 curses in here. Kind of wish I'd have put one more in there, so it could have been a quarter of the deck, but it is what it is. Now, Curse of Echoes, Curse of Inertia. I'm going to get really tired of saying curse, aren't I? Curse of the Pierced Heart, Curse of Misfortunes, Bloody Tome, Restless Dead, Leeches, Stalked Prey, Verbosity, Oblivion, Opulence, now that's a good one, Curse of Surveillance, Thirst, Nightly Hunt, Shaken Faith, Unbinding, Chaos, Disturbance, and I like this, the unluckiest guy in the multiverse thing. It's kind of neat. Curse of Death's Hold, Bloodletting, Hospitality, and then the Torment of Scarabs, the ones that actually are curses that don't have curse in the name. Cruel Reality, and then Fraying Sanity. Now, As you can tell, I went through those pretty quick. There are those curses, all aspects of the game is what they cover. So that's why I didn't go through each one, because it's going to vary from player to player how much it matters. And this particular deck requires a lot of, before you commit that enchantment to that player, you need to make sure that it matters to that player. Do have some other stuff here. We have a Diabolic Tutor, Propaganda to keep folks off of you. The Crystal Chimes, just in case there's any Fracturing Gust shenanigans out there, or Tranquility. But I do have a little bit of creatures here. The biggest one is, of course, Doomwake Giant. Another enchantment enters the battlefield. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. Some of those, I mean, you're only doing 1, maybe 2 a turn, but, you know, that matters. And, you know, it's on a 4/6 body. Fogbank is a great blocker. Shadow Mage Infiltrator, you know, just card draw. That's it. Same way with Niv Mizzet. Blood Aspirant, you're sacking permanents, whatever. But it's a sacrifice outlet creature or enchantment. Croesus, yeah. I'll be honest with you, it's a big bad flying beater in the colors. That's why. Magmal, another sack outlet. And then we have our removal. The counter magic is Negate, Mana Leak, and Counterspell. Now, Hex, really like Hex. Ether Spout, Earthquake. I'm out of Earthquake. It's my last Earthquake. I'm going to have to order some more. Magma Quake. Instant Speed, Earthquake. And then we get to our non-basic lands. As you can imagine, that's our basics, so there is a bunch here. We have Temple of Epiphany, Rakdos Guildgate, Swiftwater Cliffs, Exotic Orchard, Choked Estuary, Bloodfell Caves, Darkwater Catacombs, Sulphur Falls, Wandering Fumarole, Cinder Barrens, Temple of Deceit, Tainted Isle, Crumbling Necropolis, Evolving Wilds, Grixis Panorama, Command Tower, Sunken Hollow, Alchem Refuge, Terramorphic Expanse, and lastly, of course, there is that Reliquary Tower. And that is Curses. Curses! Ton of fun to play against. I have yet to actually play it. I think Jim's played it, I don't know, more than 5 times. But I do appreciate it, Jim. Thank you very much. Yes, I have my Batman onesie on. And we're going to go put this on the wall. Move that chair out so you can see it. 826 is on the wall. And that is it for today. Are you liking Crimson Vow? It seems like there's a lot in the set. As of me recording